guys, and welcome to Meal Monday. Let me not cut off my face. Tonight I am making a homemade chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie can kind of get a little unhealthy, so I am going to show you the way I make it. You might be able to make a more healthier version, but this is just a very healthy alternative to buying it frozen like I used to when I was growing up. My grandma used to buy me those little ones. I really don't know what they're even called, but she used to buy me the little ones where you stick them in the oven, and they were so good, but they are probably like loaded with sodium and all the unhealthy stuff. So tonight the two things, well, the main thing that is still kind of like unhealthy is creamy or like cream of chicken. And instead of doing your chicken pot pie with pie crust on the bottom and pie crust on the top, we're just gonna do pie crust on the top. So without further ado, let's get into the video. To begin tonight's dinner, I have like a tablespoonish of oil warming up, and I am going to put in, I have 4 carrots and almost a full onion. I just took this onion out of my fridge, so I can't tell you the honest amount of it because there is some of it gone. I couldn't record and pour at the same time. So what we have going on here is I am just going to let this cook for 3 to 5 minutes until the onions kind of get a little bit translucent, and then I'm going to add in the rest of our pot pie ingredients. Next, we are adding 2 cloves of garlic. And then giving this a good old little swirl. We are also adding our chicken. So I'm going to take a second and just talk about this chicken. Typically when I make this recipe, I will do my chicken fresh. But this week I made a crock pot chicken, which I'll probably do as a Meal Monday one of these days. And I have just enough chicken for this recipe. So if you don't have chicken in your fridge, you can go buy a rotisserie chicken, or you can take like 2 chicken breasts and boil them, and then they will shred up super easy like this. So now I'm just going to mix this up really well, and then I am going to add in my other ingredients. Next, I'm going to add in 1 cup of broth. And you can use chicken broth, or what I use is I'll do 2 teaspoons of broth base, and then I'll do 1 cup of water. I just choose to do this because I don't use chicken stock enough, and I hate throwing it out. So this is what I use. And then next we are going to use, this is like the unhealthy part of this recipe, we are going to use half of this. So then we're going to mix this up super well. And then once it comes to a boil, I'm going to add 1 cup of green peas in. Finally, we'll add our peas. So you want this to be a nice thick texture, kind of like how you see in here. If you make this and your texture isn't where you want it, you can do 1 to 2 tablespoons of flour, but I don't recommend doing any more than 2 tablespoons because I don't think you'll really want your food to taste like flour. So yeah, this is the insides, guys. This meal, there goes my oven. This meal is honestly one of our favorite meals, especially in the wintertime. I am making this tonight because, like I said, I had all the ingredients. We just got back from being up north this weekend, and this is exactly what my body wants. So now I'm going to transfer it to the pot pan. I have no idea where my tripod stand is, so I couldn't show you guys the pour, but the pour is always the most beautiful part. So here it is. Oops, there goes my finger. Here it is in the pie pan, and now I am going to just put a crust on top of this. This crust is frozen, so that's why it looks kind of funny. But you can do any kind of crust you want. If you want to make a homemade crust, be my guest. Otherwise, you can buy the ones in the supermarket. They work perfect as well. Now we are gonna bake our chicken pot pie at 375 for 45-ish minutes or until the crust is brown. And I also recommend putting your pie on a sheet pan because sometimes I'll overfill my pie and then the bottom of my oven is a disaster. So this prevents worse cleanup. Oh man, you guys, this looks so good. And here's exactly, oh, you can't even see. Oh, you can't see. Look at how much this caught. Beautiful. This is why we do the pan on the bottom. I am gonna dish this up and then show you guys it. But I do recommend letting it sit for like 3 minutes if you can get to 3 minutes. Usually I'll like sit here for like a minute and then I'll have to walk away and go do something. So you want to let this rest for about 3 to 5 minutes if you can do 5 minutes, and then we are going to dig into this. It kind of looks like a frown. Oh. Here's the final product. I honestly eat this a quarter at a time because it's so good. Alright guys, so there you have it on how to make your own homemade chicken pot pie. I'm not even sure if you guys make these recipes that I share with you, but I hope that they inspire you to make them. And if you haven't made anyone and you're thinking, oh, I need to make them, this is a recipe you have to make. I'm telling you. Leftovers, phenomenal. The second you eat it, phenomenal. It's going to be warm, but it's phenomenal. I love this recipe. I was going to say something, but I forgot. But if I remember, I'll just put it in the comments. So, I hope you all had a great Monday and a great start to your week. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Bye!